And me the story bremo of Mahama response our Troye Ekoma Supreme Court. If you don't know the story, we are mebo nini natural na watias here, but the brief of the whole thing, and it's some months ago, somewhere around July, June, MPP member be Echo Supreme Court Echo Kasa yem preventing Mahama from contesting the elections. Na Saasem no still it was Supreme Court. Funny people don't know, but based on recent Supreme Court rulings, naturally there's a possibility Sir John Dramani Mahama can be prevented from contesting the elections, but that's just by the way. It is our story no no. Inti no and latest one say Mahama lawyers at trauma Supreme Court say a branch any case I would buy no why errors be women no yembongu. We are waiting for the Supreme Court to respond. But ye Ghana for response I want to buy ask Mahama lawyers at Trokoma Supreme Court and you read the comments. Refi Uria was say he's even an ex-convict. Such characters. Not just any pakrona or de Mahama call court no. Yes, Yachina Tumpen and I walk and say or your ex-convict. And no your 2012 election petition no or by 13 judges no. And your man demo. TN say this unanimous FC must be warned. No nonsense ruling be otherwise that would be the end of Ghana. Hey TN so bossy. Emmanuel J say if Supreme Court judges in Ghana made the silly decision to follow Ken Cranch's senseless case, that would be a recipe for the first civil war in Ghana. In that go back said thanks. Hey Charlie. Gloria say I'm more calling for civil war or Ghana. You people you are in Ghana. Oh Ghana can ask them no. Gloria say the right example is that of a Kufado's Kufuor versus Chachi's case instead of the Republic versus Chachi when that Pinto was Attorney General. Joseph Akwa say you guys are really scared of JM, aren't you? If I say melodies Obolobo, you said everywhere. Hey, sir. I say God no say he's wasting his time. If I appear say wafono say bofru. Wafono say bofru. Video na me to wala ye kan we ni na me wi we levetu jana we tie di njango for passes our comment we. User say real lawyer with a certificate or a fake lawyer without a certificate. Like the president Akufo-Addo. Kwesi Jima say please do not be biased in your reporting because according to the constitution he has a case. Please think seriously about the case as he seems to have a case. You trivialities. I'm sorry, you trivialize. And you trivialities. Anyway, I understand. You trivialize this case. That is why you are not thinking deeply into the case. Or because I think you seem to like Mahama and you must be an NDC person. Kwesi Jima, me sure said this is the first time I was joining a platform way, so no problem, Mate. And as Susan Ka said, I hope you said this when he campaigned for MPP. Modia Mompe. And we have a say, Emra me campaign ama MPP Nidia, and then one man meka asem we say me a NDC man, and then there was a NDC man. It's not because say I think he's a new person, and no journey and move on and Elizabeth Quinn say if you hate someone there is no end. Not to say or time in yedro. Yengo tie die ama comment we ni na ebasa no. Me di na bom. Etiefo say there is a case via Ghana for as a yadwin a free so. Some other kind of months ago me betena ha a report etremo say MPP ni bi a friend of Kenneth Kwabena Eje Cranche. Ede Mahama akọ eye Supreme Court say Supreme Court ma wo mo Mahama and stand for the 2024 elections. Muni amoka is story no. Yes. Na say surprisingly that case is still lingering on. Ewo Supreme Court ho. Ama Mahama through the lawyers no aka tre judges ne say nsem no yembongu. Inti asem nem say still egusu Supreme Court ho. Yenko video say Mahama wants Supreme Court to throw out case filed against him by Cranchi on presidential eligibility. Yenko reading here. Now, I say former president and National Democratic Congress flag bearer John Dramani Mahama is seeking to have an application filed by journalist Ken Kwabena Ejay Kranche challenging his eligibility for the 2024 elections struck out by the Supreme Court. Also, in the motion submitted to the highest court on September 25th, 2023, stated that John Mahama is seeking an order to dismiss Kranche's writ of summons filed on June 12th, and as our MPP ni obe file a year court case against Mahama no. Inti nansi na Mahama nso kwa katre court ni say June 12th ton chale asem no mungu, citing technicalities. Also, the Chronicle newspaper on November 10th reported, and then a Chronicle reported. Also, the former president, who is the third defendant in a case after the Attorney General and ex-president John Ejekum Kufuor, seeks the court consideration of any other orders it deems fit against the plaintiff. Also, the motion signed by Tony Lita, lawyer were representing Mahama court no Tony Lita. The motion signed by Tony Lita, counsel for the NDC presidential candidate, argues that the technicalities arose from a process filed by Kranche on July 4, 2023, titled Affidavit in Support of Plaintiff's Statement of Case, Fact and Exhibit. Mahama stated that a search conducted at the registry of the court on September 15, 2023, confirmed that the plaintiff filed his writ on June 12, 2023, but failed to attach a statement of case. The statement of case was submitted a month later on July 4, 2023. However, the former president stated, I have, however, been advised by counsel that contrary to what the search results in Exhibit JM show, what plaintiff filed on 4 July 2023 was an affidavit in support of plaintiff's statement of case, fact and exhibit, with statement of case attached to it, marked as Exhibit P2. The statement of case was actually not filed, he stated. Now, the entire Mahama see in the first place, what a lot of people don't know is court cases are very interesting. Now, ebia na wasem yede utumi de court in court. Now so senior oko file asem na senior or lawyers eko file case no omo am file ni yie because case bia any senior file no. Into here Mahama ede na omo ehu ne say technicalities error ewo case na ye file against Mahama no ehu. Example, me Melodies amiti he na ebia me ni obi enya case na ni bako ne fe na adwo amansa na me de akokot na makwa akoka se me issue obi se wa ye nyama bi etia me na edin a me de akoboso no makwa akotro adwo mansa no makwa omiti akotro adwo mansa ena ebia ne house number 1215 na makwa akotro 1214. Obetumi argue say case ni yembongu because in the first place ne krano error technicalities ati ase inti wo hwa Mahama mo case no mo tre say sani anke wo say ye file case no enye sa na ya file case no error sabim inti no court no enhwe no mbongu. Also, the former president argued that according to court rules, the plaintiff was required to file his statement of case in support of the writ, written 14 days from the date he caused the writ to be issued. In the court, no ewombra etre say, ye would number of days bia ema okwan say wose utumi ye bibi. Now, ohe sa case against Mahama na, say pass 14 days no because ni bakone file case no June, and ade na nke wose wo ye ka ho no. Okoye no July 4th, June 12th, July 4th, which is more than 14 days. Inti not say ba koneka no file case no. When you sue court emra. Ose Mahama is urging the Supreme Court to exercise its discretion to strike out the plaintiff's action based on these technicalities. Kenneth Kwabena Ejay Kranche, a journalist and lawyer, is challenging Mahama's qualification and eligibility to contest the 2024 presidential election. So this is what is going on. This is what Mahama is requesting for. And let's see what happens. But for those who don't know the actual case, okay, Emra report here no last year in June. Me the sa case no air to aso ama. Me mo bi akwaba eba Melodies TV so say me be report story emamo say me ti hu say MPP for ede Mahama ako Supreme Court na omo say eni kwan say Mahama onya kwan stand biom enti Supreme Court emma Mahama yembo ningu na mon contest for the 2024 election. Embra me be report story na me mamoti ase say it was a rumor. Now it has been confirmed. I've done more digging on the story. Just more information on the story. I've done more digging on the story, and now I'm bringing you the person behind Sadia way, because I'm seeing some MPP people be and they want to dissociate themselves from this, because probably I'll tell you a story, right? They think say Adia way MPP ni war, you know. In a way, no, it will backfire in the face of MPP, and it will rather give Mahama more credibility. Into some MPP people are even not happy about this. But the background, your friend Ken Crunchy. Now, Ken Crunchy, a MPP ni or editor for an editor of one of the top leading newspapers in the country, a Daily Graphic. Or your MPP ni sanso your lawyer, a journalist, nimfo Ken Crunchy Oni. So this is him. So for those who don't know Ken Crunchy, no, this broadcast is just to show you the person behind the whole thing. Into Oni Ken Crunchy. Oni. I think say he has even been on the ticket of MPP paying parliamentary candidates. Now person call parliament on the ticket of MPP, but Ankoye. And there's a very popular story too about Ken Crunchy. 2012 election petitioner. That time President Akufo-Addo elusuye what they call election. Yes, that time Ken Crunchy kwa kan assembly my chino for contempt. Mo dia mo beka ya chino for contempt obegina judges ni mu a ye ne no edili ye na nya asem ketwa. Intino I don't know whether okay inti Oni Ken Crunchy is a Ghanaian journalist. So let's read about. I just want people to know the face behind Sadia way, okay? Because and the MPP 4% mu denounce no. Because almost say ade na why no, almost so say emboa. Let's see the face. So this is his history. Ken Crunchy will free Asantememu or a journalist, you say, or a former board member of National Media Commission. He said he's known publicly as a member of the MPP as ye na ye nim no ye wono tepa e wa Asantememu or call St Mary's International e wo Sunyane Osanso Eko Opokuwari or University of Ghana and all that. Now Waye Juma was the Ghanaian Chronicle newspaper, the Daily Searchlight, and all that. Now this story 2013 story, and also 2013 Ken Crunchy was convicted of criminal contempt for a publication in his newspaper Daily Searchlight and showing remorse, and sentenced to 10 days imprisonment by the Supreme Court. Into your no yachina tumda wadem 10 days that Supreme Court 2012 election petition no or kan sembia say or can sembi it was contemptuous. So no can say judges need nimna or mukurulima Mahama the BC Wagana something. He said something that was like contemptuous, and you don't know echo tumu. Now, no, once all the other people are your Supreme Court who can now show remorse. Yeah, no, your chin now, you're betting for contempt. Now, if you were yet to know, it was Supreme Court. And your sentence, no. So that time, Jaja Tuguba, a sentence in 10 days in prison. Into that prison for 10 days, and now election petition. Into one of the people I can't MPP, or more Brahma MPP, our can be. Or can be pan. It's just that recently no na yenten in Kaba first no you be a work kasapa into no top journalist and all that. That is Ken Crunchy for you. Oshe or say MPP primary supporters of Ken Crunchy calls for recall of proxy votes. And say Olusu seat. Ken Crunchy files to contest Okaikwe North seat. So no person contesting on the tickets of Okaikwe now so Olusu ye. I mean, so that you see the person behind this, okay? so that you see the person behind this. No, oh no. Ken Kranchi, managing editor of Intelligent Story now in the Adom FM4 Airtro. So Ken Kranchi sues Mahama over 2024 election, right? So that is the story. Let's try to read the story. Into say managing editor of the Searchlight newspaper, Ken Kranchi, has sued former President John Dramani Mahama, or John Mahama, over his validity to contest the 2024 elections. Mr. Kranchi, among other things, is seeking a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 66(1) of the 1992 Constitution, the number of years a presidential term in Ghana is 4 years. Also, a declaration that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 66(1) and 2 of the 1992 Constitution, a person seeking the second presidential term must be a sitting president. Into your person say, I mean, utie ni case awade kwa Ghana also the president for only 4 years. Now only for 4 years now person also the president bima e just all sitting president. Now okwa ye say wo nya sitting president say Mahama any kwa say assembly clearly anyway. It was say an order directed at John Mahama to fully disclose to Parliament the terms of his engagements with Parliament as flag bearer of a political party, the rate of sermons read in part. I said Mr. Mahama was elected the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress at the primary held on May 13, 2023, ahead of the 2024 general election. He polled blah 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 all that. Also, meanwhile, Mr. Kranchi in 2018 said he has found a clause in the Constitution that explicitly bars former President Mahama from contesting again as president unless Parliament permits him. He referred to Article 68(2) of the 1992 Constitution, which states the president shall not, on leaving office as president, hold any office of profit or emolument except with the permission of Parliament in any establishment, either directly or indirectly, other than that of the state. And you know, I mean, me in someone they call the me himself kind of say contempt because case we are the qui. I say make really. Yet ya honja yempe. Yet ya honja yempe amokum ene. Just say oju ahon. Hey, so if you wanted to know the person behind Mahama, only Ken Kranchi only Osha, this is the person Ken Kranchi is the person behind John Dramani Mahama. Osha na fu to say media pepe na fu no asheshe to say media me ameti he ma fu no pepe Osha ni tin so a ni tin de ente say media ni tin de ana Davi media me baby aso me hwene so ma no so ma so me ni pedua na me am so me ni nso so enti eti no de me tin so so sei but to hwe na fo na ma fo ni bi pepepe ye ni ekita bo float afo no enti na fo to say bo float to say media ni bi pepepe me nso ma fo to say bo float to hwe na no ne sen Davi sen de ense media na no. Okay, na David na no we dey me nkra no we bi me manoso pa but I know we dey me nkra bi esin we nso me nkra bi but eni no afono na ese me dey afono ya se geto na afono na ese me dey pa Ken Kranchi ayade ye hwe obiom me hwe ne height en hese ne height ye Ken Kranchi me owo hia me hwe ne fu te se media na o lawyer so oni Ken Kranchi ni o oni me hwe ne fu okay ne fu se me fu so sen no me height what me was saying me better times 2 me te so no a yede na bom 2 ene ye me wa pa nti me was saying better times 2 ogina me nche obe say amotia ngrofo vi say ogina me nche obe say amotia obe say amotia ba bibia no kese mu say me kese me so me kra me so say like me a tick sin no Me a tick essay no. Me a tick. We got some melodies now. We do whole company. A na we ya do whole company no. And a melodies. Oh yeah, we do go. Hey, can crunchy. Why are there? Afunubo flute to say Miami DAB. Why are there? Nyagupo show. And to Mahama on contest 2024. Unyago on contest. Hey, Afunubo flute for your hard dream. Afunubo flute, your hard dream rough. Your hard dream. Your sword ding. I send me the baby. I per se there are some measure Afunubo flute for. Yen tia some massive say. Assembly maybe oh, you per se there are some show no who say yes, there are some show. San Afunubo float for your tiu. Afunubo float for san yet. Ya funu se bof. Intuition kwa. Kene. Koso na koso. Aya die. Nka mopen easy sa o si yembo Mahama ngu na nka easy akwan ni ndemu na monko mo benya mo try ma jo comment box ni mo me da si.